Vice-Chancellor, graduates, colleagues and honoured guests, it is a privilege to introduce Ian Adams MBE. Ian's life and work embodies the University of Bradford's values. Throughout his career, Ian has been an advocate, champion and leader in respect of equality and social inclusion. Ian boasts a successful and diverse career in communications, including at the BBC and the UK pension regulator, and many non-executive roles, including being a board member of Amnesty International UK. Today, Ian holds a senior position in the Health Service as Director of Corporate Affairs for NHS Resolution, the indemnifier of the NHS in England. Throughout his career, Ian has been an advocate for inclusion, equality and LGBTQ+ rights and recognition in the workplace, as well as for encouraging engagement and building connections between members of different communities. Ian has advised government ministers, chaired diversity panels and developed frameworks that have become national models. He has made a 20-year contribution in politics, notably as a high-profile councillor for Westminster City Council. He was the first openly gay Lord Mayor of Westminster, and whilst a local councillor, led several important initiatives. These included building safer services for homeless people by providing specialist training for the council's frontline staff to give them the understanding to have respectful conversations with LGBTQ+ people presenting as homeless. He also pioneered community outreach services where the LGBT Foundation trained volunteers on how to interact with visitors in Soho, which has a high number of LGBTQ+ bars and clubs, and reduced unnecessary ambulance call-outs as a result. It will be of no surprise, therefore, that Ian was awarded an MBE in 2024 for his outstanding public service, contribution as an LGBTQ+ leader and as a social inclusion advocate. Ian is also a dedicated member of our alumni. He graduated his MBA with distinction in 2002 and speaks fondly of his studies at the university and the inspiration and confidence he gained. Ian continues to contribute to the university, for example, supporting our EDI strategy, as a guest lecturer at our MBA Summit, and as a contributor to the school's podcast, Responsible Management. In this podcast, Ian spoke on authenticity in the workplace and stressed that as a leader, you need to know yourself, what motivates and drives you, and understand how your behaviour impacts on those around you. He also talked on the importance of working in an environment that is aligned to and supports your values. Advice that should resonate with our graduates today as you go out and seek to make your impact in the world. And for colleagues wondering how I was going to shoehorn a mention of the podcast in, there you go. Ian is a role model within the LGBTQ+ community, though I understand he expressed some surprise when this was pointed out to him. And for us all, through his impact and value-based approach to leadership, he demonstrates the very ethos we strive to instill in our graduates, to make knowledge work for the benefit of society, to challenge injustice, and to lead with courage and compassion. Vice-Chancellor, for his contribution and leadership in respect of equality and social inclusion, and for his continued support of the university, it is my honour to present to you Ian Adams MBE for the award of Honorary Degree of Doctor of the University.
Congratulations. By the authority vested in me, I admit you, Ian Adams, to the degree of the University of Bradford. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Vice-Chancellor, esteemed faculty, cherished families, friends, and to the extraordinary class of 2025, thank you. To stand before you today is an honour that touches me more deeply than words can truly express. When I received the letter inviting me to accept this honorary doctorate, I sat in quiet disbelief. It brought back a flood of memories of the day I graduated here in 2002, full of ambition, but with no idea of what lay ahead. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine returning like this. Without the support of my employer at the time, the BBC, who sponsored my MBA here at the School of Management, I doubt that I would be standing here in front of you this morning. My parents both left school early without the benefit of a university education, but ready to build their lives together, filled with dignity, success, and unshakable principles. They taught me that education isn't just a privilege, it is a responsibility to yourself and to those around you. My parents are no longer with us, but I'm delighted today that my sister, Deborah, and her son, my fabulous nephew, Adam, are here in the audience, along with my husband, Christopher. Bradford saw something in me before I fully saw it in myself. This university has a remarkable gift for nurturing potential, particularly in people who come from backgrounds where higher education wasn't always seen as a given. I was therefore delighted when last October, Bradford was named University of the Year at the Social Mobility Awards. That spirit of inclusion, of harnessing social mobility, of genuine belief in human potential is what makes Bradford so very special. And it's why I feel profoundly humbled to receive this honour here, of all places. The learning I experienced at Bradford laid the bedrock of my career. Since graduating, I've served in senior roles for government, and I work at NHS Resolution, who have kindly given me time off to be here with you today. For 20 years, I also served in frontline politics, including as Lord Mayor of Westminster. Holding that office as the first openly gay person to do so gave me both visibility and responsibility to be a voice for others, to push for more inclusive communities, and to show that leadership can look and love differently. 3 years ago, I stepped back from my elected role as a Westminster City Councillor, but I didn't step away from public service. Today, I channel my energies through several charity boards, championing equity and justice, work that continues to be deeply shaped by what I learned, both academically and personally, right here in Bradford. So to every graduate here today, know this: what you've achieved is extraordinary, and what lies ahead is even more so. You have proven yourselves through focus, through resilience, and through no small amount of grit. Your degree, however, is more than a certificate. It is a key, one that can unlock futures, not only for you, but for others you may never meet. I urge each of you, think boldly. Chase curiosity with reckless abandon. Stretch the limits of your imagination. The world is aching for fresh eyes and fresh hearts, now more than ever. And if, like me, you feel called to serve, please answer that call. Volunteer, sit on a board, join a cause. There are community organisations and charities crying out for your skills, your insights, your clarity. You're not too young, you're not underqualified, you are ready. Let me conclude by offering humbly 3 thoughts that have guided me since I sat where you are today. Respect for others begins with respect for yourself. Speak kindly to that inner voice. We take it with us everywhere. Never stop learning. Knowledge evolves, and so must we. Success is never just your own. It is lifted and carried by the people who believe in you. Honour that. Class of 2025, I believe in you, and I can't wait to see the future that you will create with your minds, with your hands, and most of all, with your hearts. Vice-Chancellor, thank you again for this great and humbling honour. And to you all, congratulations. Go well, go wisely, and go with purpose. Thank you.